was very instrumental and helped to introduce a new version of an old Air Show Act. For years and years and years, even before World War II, there was a lot of racing between airplanes and cars going on. It dated back, by the way, to the teens when air show performers like Lincoln Beachey were racing Barney Oldfield at 36 or 37 locations around the country. Back in the teens, they were each making $3,000 a day because they were going at speeds of over 60 miles an hour while racing. Now that needed to be updated. The next man was part of that updating to put things in air shows that don't fly, we hope, and that's a jet-powered vehicle. Through his early pioneering efforts and the efforts of his colleagues from the drag strips, he encouraged them to be a part of the business because there was enough air shows to go around. The jet-powered vehicle today, and all these air show producers will back me up, and so will you. No show is complete, no shopping list is complete at a show in the United States or Canada without a jet-powered vehicle. And do you know why that is? Because we listen to the spectators. They tell us they want that 300-mile-an-hour jet on the ground, and they show us, and you've seen it, when the jet fires up, everybody stands up and everybody comes forward. Let's play this clip now and bring up our next inductee.
When assessing a career that has spanned 4 decades, it's tempting to focus on the newest inductee into the Air Show Hall of Fame as the man behind the Smoke and Thunder jet car, or his 3,000 performances all across North America, or the raw energy of his 10,000 horsepower, 350-mile-an-hour jet dragster. But Scott Hammack made his most enduring impact on our business as an entrepreneur, mentor, and safety advocate. In the late 1970s, Hammack upended the status quo when he put a J-34 jet engine on the back of a 26-foot-long top-fuel dragster and began appearing at air shows, changing our understanding of air show entertainment forever. Scott's early success gave rise to other jet vehicle operators. He embraced them, coached them, helped them avoid some of the challenges he faced while getting started, even as they began competing with him for business. Hammack was also the earliest and strongest proponent of jet vehicle safety standards that have made them the single safest segment of the airshow business. Ladies and gentlemen, in recognition of his role as an industry trailblazer, safety advocate, and world-class performer, please join me in welcoming the newest member of the ICAS Foundation Airshow Hall of Fame, Scott Hammack.
Thank you, Scott.
Well, good evening, folks. Back in 1985, I was introduced to a fellow by the name of Bobby Bishop with the Coors Silver Light, or Silver Bullet, little BD-5 airplane. And I'll tell you what, he was a great man to meet. He saw this car make one pass, came over and said, "Scott, you have no idea of where this is going to go in the future. You need to join ICAS." I said, okay. I wasn't fully familiar with the organization, but I got involved. I joined ICAS in 1985, and folks, that's 32 years ago. So I'd like to thank a few key people at this point. Dale Drumright and the Hall of Fame Selection Committee. Bobby Bishop, as I'd mentioned earlier, back in 1985. Bob Barton and his wife, Francie, helped me drastically in the early years, overtaking issues with insurance, folks. You have no idea of what was involved. Racing associations wouldn't back us because we were not a sanctioned facility. Air shows, as far as experimental aircraft, wouldn't want to have anything to do with it. But the Bartons stood up. They came behind me and backed me with an incredible bond to get things rolling. Today, the insurance is no problem at all. We've proved ourselves over the years, along with numerous other jet-powered vehicles, we can do it safely. Also, the hundreds of promoters that were behind me and thought plenty of what we had to offer. I'm deeply, deeply happy with all of them folks, and I'm sure you'll know who you are. Reno Air Races, they took me on in the year of 1986. I tried to get in just to display previous, had nothing to do with this. When I joined ICAS, that broke the ice. They said, Scott, we want you. Well, I performed for 25 years consistently with the Reno Air Races, and I want to thank all of them. Bill and Charlene Brock for continuing what we got started 3 decades ago. I'm deeply indebted to them. Also, folks, I'd like to close, and and thanking my partner, my late wife. This is hard. Okay, folks, I couldn't have done it without her, let me tell you. And the folks that have worked with my wife along the way, they know what I'm talking about. She was a wonderful woman to accept what I wanted to do and be there behind me and continue to work with me all those years, and you know, that's it. Folks, I want to thank everyone. This has been an awfully great honor. I'm overwhelmed beyond words at this point, and very emotional.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Right here on that spot.
Annie, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's get a photo opportunity right on that, right over on the spot there. There we go. Thank you, Scott.